Good afternoon, stamp addicts. Hope everybody is doing well. My name is Irene Thompson. I'm an independent stamp demonstrator, and this is my Stamp Addicts channel, YouTube channel. Today we are going to make another alternative card from Paper Pumpkin. The Paper Pumpkin kit is Winter Woods. These are what the cards look like. I always like to make different things. So this is one of my projects, but this is what the kit includes. It comes with everything to make these cards. But I've decided to do something different. This is the card I'm going to make. And I'm using everything from the kit. The only thing I did add is some foil. Excuse me. I have scraps of my silver foil sheets, so I'm using up some of my scraps from my silver foil. So that's where the background comes in. And what else did I add? The red, the real red, and Pool Party. And then I also added these droplets. So, and Whisper white paper. It's all I've added. Everything else came from the kit. And then I also decorated the inside. So there's my inside. And then I also did the envelope. So this is the envelope. And wouldn't you be excited to get something like that in the mail? I would. Super awesome. And just think, you could make this shoe. So let's get started. I'm using the stamp sets. I really like their stamp sets. And with Paper Pumpkin, you can actually go online. So if you end up subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, every month is different. This is what October's was, Winter Woods, and November's is Winter Gifts, and December's will be different, which we should be getting. They normally mail them out about the 15th, and you'll get an email saying they're on their way. But the cool thing about Paper Pumpkin is you don't have to store everything in your boxes. They actually have where you can go online to Paper Pumpkin and you can download a stamp case insert and put them in your plastic cases to store them. So this is the case insert that I printed off, and it's got all the stamps on the back of it so you know what they are. And then you just put them in one of the clear stamp cases. So that's what I like to do. And then I can just store them right there. And if I have any extra scraps, I can throw them in there also. And then it's all just right there. And then you can reuse the box for anything you like to. A lot of people like to take them and turn them inside out, or give them away as put gifts in them and give them away like this, because it's a very nice box. But these are the scraps, the ones that are in here. I mean, look at those. I love this robin. It's awesome. I mean, it comes with everything. And the ink. It's got everything. It's got everything. And it also comes with instructions on how to make your cards. And it comes with other ideas to do with your cards, alternative ideas, and it also has coordinating colors that match this kit. So you can pretty much do almost anything with them, and you don't have to stick to what they do. I mean, what theirs is beautiful also, but I like to be creative myself too. So I'll show you how this card I put together. Okay, so I'm using Real Red and I'm using Pool Party. Like I said, the coordinating colors are in the back, and I just pulled it from there. And then I got an envelope because we're going to stamp an envelope. And then I pulled the card base. See, this is the card base for the original card. And then I cut myself a piece of my silver paper. It's 4 by 5 1/4. Our card bases are 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 and scored at 4 1/4. So even our cards that come in our kits, most of them are our normal card base size. So, and this is the size I'm using. And I took the foil or the silver paper and I actually cut it down to 4 and 5 1/4. I like to keep 1/4 of an edge border. And then for my white cardstock that I'm using to stamp on is 3 1/4 by 5, and that one, so it'll have a nice little stacking layer. And then I pulled these pieces from the kit that I will put down on here also. And then I'm using these stamps. Those I'll use for the red, and these I'll use for the blue. So let's see here. I'm going to stamp the inside of the card first. This is actually kind of clever, and I didn't realize I was doing it until I was doing it. I actually took the snowflake is in this kit. Where's my stamps? Oh, I stuck them back in here. So there's a snowflake, the robin, and it says Winter Wishes, which is the stamp that we'll be using. And then there's wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year is on here, and then Season's Greetings. And then this stamp is snowflakes. So it's got all kinds of stamps in it. And we can use them however our little hearts desire. Let your imagination go. Okay, so on the inside of the card, I actually took the snowflake and lined it up straight. And then I turned it and came out a little bit more. And then I'm moving down to the base of the card, and then I did a full snowflake. So I created this like a wedge coming in, and I didn't even realize I was doing it until I looked at it. So, and to make them look even, of course, you do the same thing on the other side. So there's your inside. And then we'll put our expression in. I don't want to accidentally stamp on the red, so I'm going to shut that. I've done it before. Okay, so here's the wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm just going to place on the inside. And then that cute little robin, or actually it looks like a kernel. It's just the cutest little bird stamp. I'm going to put it on one of the snowflakes. So there it is. Our inside is done. So I'm going to set that there, and we might as well stamp our stamp the snowflakes on our card envelope. This is the inside of the envelope. I mean, that's a nice looking envelope. It's got silver around it. I mean, it's just a beautiful envelope. So, do our blue snowflake again, which is Pool Party. This is the color Pool Party. And I'm just lining the snowflake up so it's even with the bottom of the card, on the flap, so it's even. And then I'm going to get the corner of the card. And then I'm going to put my little kernel on it. So there, that one's done. So now to work on the outside of the card. The cover, the most important, oh, almost got red on me. Oh no. You don't want ink going everywhere. Okay, well, things happen. Okay, so I like the colors that are around here. So I cut it down so I have a nice 1/4 of an inch border so you can still see around it. So I'm going to tape that down. And I just put tape all the way around the edges. And then we'll just tape that down. So there's that one. Okay, so here's my main layer that we're stamping on, which is another 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And this one is 3 3/4 by 5. And then my 2 pieces I'm going to use. So I'm using an aqua painter, and these Stampin' Up! Cells, it's just a water pen basically. And I'm going to go across the ink pad and just scrape across the cardstock and just put as much color on it as you want to. Give something on the background. You can get it as dark as you want, as light as you want, but I like that. I think that looks pretty cool. Don't want to go too crazy, but everybody, you know, it's whatever you want to do. Now I'm going to stamp my snowflakes, and I just randomly stamp them. I have 4 of them actually. I have one here. I have one here and one here, and then I have 2 here, but I have them stacked on top of each other, so when I put that next layer on top, you can see a snowflake on both ends of it. So I did one up here and one down here. I mean, you can do it any diagonal, whichever direction you want. It's not all going to look the same. And then these 2 I'm going to put on top of each other. So it's just 2 on top, and that's all I'm doing for that. Since I have my ink out, I'm going to stamp on my my winter wishes, and we'll shut this off. So there's our winter wishes. The tag, when I pulled it from the kit, I just snipped off the edge of it. It's actually exactly at 3 inches, so I just snipped it down. Okay, so our beautiful, gosh, I love this little bird. Sorry guys, I just love it. It's so cute. You can put it anywhere. I'm gonna put them right there. Alright, so, I mean, that looks pretty cool. It's got a little bit in the background, and then these snowflakes are so cute. So now, I'm going to put this on the base of my card. I mean, this is a super simple card with stuff you already have in your kit. Next thing I want to do is work on a scrapbook page, because I like my scrapbook pages. Alright, so there's that. Now this another piece that came with the kit, I'm actually just going to cut an angle on it. snip off the end, so now it has a little bit of an angle. We'll tape that down. And I'm just putting it a little bit above that other snowflake. Remember, I stamped 2 snowflakes on top of each other? And then this piece I'll put right on top of that, so you still have your snowflake. So there we are. Our card is almost finished. I'm gonna score the edges. Sometimes on this silver paper, the edges come up on it. It like has a little crease, so I try to fold that back down. I think it's because of it has a little bit of foil, so the foil pops up. So I just ran a nice edge around it. Okay, so now our droplets, and I have 3 of them. I have a big one right here next to Winter Wishes, and I have 2 little ones. So if you have this kit at home and haven't done anything with it, well, here's an idea for you. And there it is. And then the next kit I believe is coming out. It's probably going to have something to do with a New Year's calendar. They normally do a New Year's calendar for the new year. Might be something different this year. They keep surprising us, and I know our January one is normally like Valentine. So there'll be Valentine cards. And February, I'm kind of not for sure what February is, but they also have, just before Mother's Day and Father's Day, they'll have a Mother's Day, Father's Day card. Then they'll have birthday cards. So this year's birthday cards, it was like a pop-up card, which had a cake on the inside. So there's my alternative paper pumpkin. Thank you for watching. I hope you put yours to work and use it in other ways. It's a cute kit, so thanks for watching, and subscribe. It's free, and see what else I'm doing next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day, and happy crafting, and I hope I've inspired you. So thank you so much.